Greece is one of the most incredible places on the planet, but also one of the most expensive. My trips to the Greek islands always end up being the ones that cost the most. And with having the travel bug for over the past year and Europe finally opening back up to travelers, I was in much need of a Greek island adventure. And if you guys did see my previous video, I did a luxury stay at the world famous Kavotogou Hotel in Mykonos. But for this video, I wanted to showcase a much more realistic adventure through Greece. So this is what you should expect for a 7-day trip through the Greek islands. So for the first island of this week-long trip, we will be on the beautiful island of Santorini. So now we are on the way to Santorini after 5 incredible days in Mykonos. Highly recommend the ferry. It's a really beautiful journey where you get to see all the other Greek islands, but if you come onto the top, it is very, very windy.
Like Haley's only 100 pounds. She could possibly fly away.
I knew the Greek were strong, but this is a whole nother level.
That bag is like 55 pounds. And then he has the smaller one hanging on by a thread and then carrying my bag.
His name must be Hercules. 2 years later, and we're back in Santorini. Santorini, after all of my travels, remains at the top of the list as one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited. And this time I am so grateful to be staying in Ia, which, if you guys have seen photos of Santorini, most likely they're here in Ia. But the thing about Ia is, it's probably the most expensive part of all of Greece, since there isn't much real estate and all of the hotels and villas are just dangling off the side of the cliff. It definitely puts it on the higher end of the spectrum. And guys, take my word of advice. If you are coming here to Greece, I would not really recommend to try and budget and half-ass it. Since last time I was here in Santorini, I did regret not staying here in Ia. This is where you get that full experience as a tourist, and I'm glad that I was able to come back and now stay here. The hotel we're staying at is called Pezules, and it is just so quaint with that authentic Santorini vibe and everything we could have asked for. Definitely recommend. So the Hotel Pezules that we stayed at was perfect. It was quaint, in a great location, had an infinity pool, and just mesmerizing views. And to stay in Ia, it is typically very expensive. And this place, relative to the rest, is a pretty good deal. For this time of the year and during the week, this hotel runs at around $400 per night, which we did for 2 nights and was 100% well worth it. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little travel hack of mine. So for this whole time that I am traveling Greece, I'm gonna be able to get up to 4G Wi-Fi, all thanks to my friends, GlocalMe. So GlocalMe is a portable Wi-Fi solution. So you can enjoy mobile internet services at any time, anywhere, without the need to switch SIM cards and pay high roaming charges. And I will be using it throughout this trip around Greece, and I am very excited to share with you later in this video about my experience. But for now, back to Santorini. Good morning, guys, from the beautiful island of Santorini. This morning we took a dip in the infinity pool, which was so beautiful, overlooking the Aegean Sea. Also, this place is such a good workout. Just to get to and from your room into the town, you have to climb up like 6 stories of stairs. You're gonna stay in tip-top shape. Now, next up on today's agenda, we're gonna need a 4-wheel chariot. Haley, how would you rate your directions?
10 out of 10.
She missed every turn and then even missed the place. But we did make it here. But today, here in Greece, we're gonna be taking my first ever cooking class. We're gonna be learning how to cook some traditional Greek meals, all by the professionals themselves. I am a terrible cook and did not expect this class to be nearly as fun as it was. Every time I go somewhere new, I am now inspired to try and learn an authentic traditional meal. This class was just over $80 per person, and the place was called Aroma. The class was in a beautiful facility and also had a winery at it, and just overall made for a great activity that helped us understand the Greek culture a little bit better. I'm so proud of myself. This is the most I've cooked, probably all year. All thanks to Chris.
At least you start from somewhere. You
Yep.
know?
Not a bad start.
I'll try it. I'll give you an A+ on the salad.
Ooh.
There's plenty more where that comes from. Something else I noticed about Greece, especially here in Santorini, is that they actually have really good souvenir shops. In a lot of the other countries that I have traveled to, sometimes you just find little pieces of garbage that you get as a souvenir to bring home and just to say that you went to that country. But here in Santorini, you can find a lot of different things from decor for your house, or even a lot of the jewelry that I do own, I bought last time I was in Greece. This necklace that I've worn just about every day for the past 2 years, I got in Mykonos 2 years ago. So yeah, if you do want some cool things for your home or even jewelry, definitely recommend taking advantage of all these shops and getting some cool souvenirs. Then we finish up the day with a beautiful dinner right above our hotel. And now our food just arrived. We got some chicken gyros. Haley got a full-on fish. And we're gonna eat our Greek dinner with a view of Via. Oh, I've really missed these European dinner nights, and this one really helped fulfill that need. So something that Greece is known for is sailing around the beautiful sea and to all the different islands. And last time I was here, I was a little upset that I didn't take advantage of that and didn't get to see the island from a different perspective. So this time in Santorini, we got the boat! We got the boat! One of the most fascinating things about Santorini is that about 3,000 years ago, there was one of the largest eruptions of a volcano ever. It destroyed the whole island, and a lot of the remains are still here today. All of this right behind me is from the lava. And we were just told that this water looks very turquoise and teal and green, and that's because there is sulfur in the water. So if you do come swimming in here with a white bathing suit, don't expect it to come out completely white still. But supposedly it's still safe and actually good for you to swim in here. So you can rent a boat like this for around $150 per person through the company Caldera Yachting that we used. It was a magical way to see the island, and the food was some of the best that we had on the trip. Next, we took a 2.5-hour ferry from Santorini to Milos. And spoiler alert, this has now become my favorite Greek island. And you're about to see why. So after just that quick 20-minute taxi ride from the port to our hotel, I am starting to see why people speak so highly of Milos. Also, another thing to note is that the hotels here in Milos run at a fraction of the price that they would in Mykonos or Santorini. The place that we're staying at tonight is called Tanya. Goes for about $100 per night. And we also have this awesome balcony that overlooks the sea. I have a feeling that it's going to be a great next few days here. I know it's only been an hour that we've been here in Milos, but I am just so excited to be here. The fact that our hotel that is just over $100 is this incredible private area with pretty much your own private beach overlooking the sea and just all of these rock formations to explore. The landscape of Milos so far just looks so beautiful. But since it is already later in the evening, we're gonna go into the town that's close by here in Polonia and get some dinner. And then tomorrow is going to be a big adventure day. But for now, let's go get some Greek grub.
It was a sunny day when you knocked upon my door. Oh, I got a different kind of feeling, the kind I never had before.
One thing we've noticed so far, lots of kitties here in Milos.
Oh. As well. What a perfect way to spend the day, just dreaming. Way to spend the day.
Good morning, guys, from the middle of nowhere, Milos. Today we're going to be exploring the islands, going to see some of these beautiful beaches that everyone talks so highly of, and all via our four-wheel chariot right here. We upgraded for like 10 euro and got this one that kind of looks like we're supposed to be going duck hunting.
You ready for an adventure?
Get on.
No.
Come on.
We've seen what happens when you drive any type of motor vehicles.
This is the brake. Beep beep. Get on.
So the first stop on today's adventure is the moon. No, we are here at Karakaniko Beach, which is one of the most famous beaches here in Milos. So we figured that we would start off with a bang, come here, and while it's early, hopefully not have too many people. But it is really cool that you can just like walk around and kind of hike and explore all these white rock formations. And then in the middle, hoping to find some blue, I'm talking turquoise water. So I had always seen this famous bridge cave on the internet and wondered where it was. But now we're here and we're about to jump off of it. Haley?
You're jumping first.
Let's go. 1, 2,
3, 1! Haley just called me chicken and said I won't jump all the way from the top.
I bet you don't. All the way from there.
Wow, guys, what a cool beach. It's like not even a beach. It's just this white, giant, moon-like crater with the water streaming in between it. I feel like those are my favorite types of beaches where you do have to go on a hike and kind of get to the destination. Definitely worth moonwalking to get there. So next up, we're heading to this small fishing village called Klima. We were informed by someone who lived here that this is a really cool place to go. There's a lot of colorful buildings and it's right on the water. But we weren't informed that it's absolutely in the middle of nowhere. We haven't seen any humans in like 10 minutes, just some donkeys and horses, but it is still beautiful to be out exploring like this around Greece. So we made it here to the town of Klima. It is this small little town with a lot of really pretty colorful buildings right on the sea. And this is also a really big fishing village. So we stopped at one of the restaurants and of course had to get some seafood. We ordered the shrimp. I was not expecting them just to give us like 200 little baby shrimps that look like they were alive like 20 minutes ago. So after traveling Greece for this past week and all of the houses that have the Cycladic style of being white and having a blue door, we haven't seen an anomaly the whole entire trip. But right now, here in Klima, in the fishing town, there is this street where you just have these beautiful, colorful doors and other old little fishing buildings. I love the white and blue, but it's cool to see some color. So guys, for this past trip to Greece, I have been using GlocalMe, since I read online that they are the most durable and reliable mobile Wi-Fi solution. And after trying it out for this past week, I can definitely concur. For this trip, I have been using the Triforce. This thing gets up to 28 hours of Wi-Fi connection for up to 10 devices. from anywhere, even from the middle of the Aegean Sea. Also, this thing is very durable, and if you travel like me and need something that can take a beating, then this thing definitely passes the test. It is both drop and slip resistant, so you don't have to worry too much when you just throw this thing in your bag. And I was able to easily connect it to their app, and it's very easy to get Wi-Fi wherever you are without having to switch SIM cards. Another great feature about the Triforce, especially when traveling, is that it has these 3 charging ports right here, which can charge pretty much any cell phone or a camera, a GoPro, or any other electronic. Definitely comes in clutch. So for any of you who do work remotely or are digital nomads or just looking for a better Wi-Fi solution, then I highly recommend checking out GlocalMe and clicking the link down below. It's small, efficient, and just overall great product. For the rest of the evening, I put the camera down and just took in this beautiful island of Milos. We stopped at a couple more beaches and really was just mesmerized by the island. And now today is the next day, and we drove across the island with our ATV to this super unique beach called Tiskrado. This beach is unlike any other island or beach that I have seen before, and we just heard from someone else while parking that it's a bit of a journey to get down there. You have to propel yourself down with a rope, and it's just going to be a fun adventure. But it does look like it's going to be worth every last bit.
That is pretty intense hike down.
All right, switching to the GoPro, adventuring down. Haley, easy peasy.
You look like you're going steep.
All right, now this last part is definitely the sketchiest.
And the hardest part is it's missing at the bottom.
How do you want to do this?
I don't know.
Try and like hang on to this. That's a hard drop. There we go. Thanks, man. That's what I really am liking a lot about Milos. If you want to make it to these extraordinary beaches, you really have to earn it. Now we got this crystal clear blue ass water. This beach was absolutely mesmerizing. We ended up spending the rest of the day here, but the next day was the real adventure. All right, here we go. Our chariot awaits. So for the rest of today, we are going to be taking a boat all the way around the island to the famous Kleftiko beach. It's the most famous beach here in Milos and supposedly even the most beautiful. And to get there, we're not getting on a big charter boat and going there with the captain. The captain is going to be right here. Get us there safely.
You told her I was a professional boat driver?
Yeah, I told them that she was like really good at this, but she's probably never driven one by herself. You don't need a license or anything like that. They teach you for a couple minutes before you take off, and hopefully we'll be knowledgeable enough to make it there on our own. You think we can do this?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Very easy.
Hey, there goes our guy.
Now we're all alone. All right, wish us luck.
We can go faster now, right? He's laughing at us.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
If I don't come back, tell my mom I love her. Oh boy.
All right.
Here we go, all aboard the Haley the Sailor ship.
So our mission is to get to this beach called Kleftiko. Like I said, it's very difficult to get there on foot and can take hours, if not a day, to do the whole hike. But you can also take a boat.
But you need a captain.
All right, update. We are about an hour in and we still are safe and haven't capsized yet. Luckily, Haley is a lot better with a boat than a Vespa.
You're doing a superb job. I actually feel pretty safe.
What?
It's a little rocky, but for this little boat, she's handling it like a champ. And I am so glad that we did this. If you guys are coming to Greece, and Milos in particular, definitely recommend this company. This isn't sponsored, but
They were really great. It is Calypso Boat Rentals Milos is the information right here.
it's 120 euro, but I mean, to get your own boat like this and get to go explore the island is priceless. But now, next stop is Kaliftico Beach. It's so fun. It's just like hunting for these beaches. We don't know where they are. We don't have a map with us or anything. And just the people who rented us the boat said that you can't miss it. It's just the most extraordinary beach you'll see. Aye, aye, Captain.
Forward!
Oh God.
I think we found it. Straight ahead, Captain. Here we are, Kaliftico Beach. So after 7 days and 6 nights, with flights from NYC to Athens, then flights from Milos back to Athens, the total was $785 on flights. Santorini Hotel was a total of $800 for 2 nights, but the 4 nights in Milos were only $400 in total. You can also expect to spend around $50 a day on food, give or take $20 if you'll be getting alcohol or not. A total of $160 on an ATV, $290 for the 2 boats, $100 for the 2 ferries, then another $300 on other miscellaneous spends from cooking classes to souvenirs. And this leaves us with a grand total of $3,185. Now there are many options to reduce this, whether you're splitting the hotel with someone else or not staying in a place like Ia and another part of the island that is significantly cheaper. If you are looking for a more budget video on Santorini, I do have a video on that which I will link below. But this is what you can expect for a realistic Greek island adventure. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit that subscribe button for more. And we will see you next week.